Sup everybody, welcome back to another episode of Prison Architect. Now, first I've got to apologise, in the last video my setup wasn't quite catching the game audio very well, so it wasn't really, couldn't really hear it. This time should be a bit better. Shouldn't hear as much of the background noise and stuff like that, so that should be better. Now, it's actually been a little while since I played Prison Architect. I had one of my friends staying over, so I had to have a few days away from playing. Oh, we've got a couple of photos here. What are these doing? Looks like we've got double Polaroids. Pretty good though. Add that to the collection. I don't think I've seen that one before, so that's not too bad. Now, yeah, as I was saying, I had a friend stayed for a few days longer than he was going to. Couldn't really record any Prison Architect, but we did play a lot of Factorio. So, hi to Sai, if he ever watches this. I don't know if he ever will or not. But yeah, so a lot of Factorio. Factorio's a good game. We got around to launching rockets and stuff. We've got a pretty good train network and everything going on. We may record some of that, shove it up on our shared channel, but I don't know yet. It's quite a long game, so it's a pretty long playthrough. But anyway, let's get down to the Prison Architect. So today, we want to try and finish this cell block. We are a little bit tight on funds, so I think what we're going to have to do first is get some of these grants completed. So very quickly, first one we can do. Bam! Got an accountant. 5 grand in the bank. So, that's 5 grand down. Let's look at the grants and see what we've got. We can... Whoa! Okay. Let's see... Maybe we should take the Staff Wellbeing Initiative. This is a good one to take early, because we don't have any prisoners. So, none of our staff are going to be exhausted, which is good. It's a little bit of a waste of money, because you've got to pay for 5 guards. Of course, maybe I should have done that after I built the staff room, but then I think what we'll do is build a staff room down here, and the reason I'm going to build it down here is because we will have the armory through the staff room, so it's got a little bit of extra security. Let's make about, yeah, they can have a 7 by 17. I think that's pretty good. It's quite a large chunk of money as well. So we want to get a door on here. Let's get a staff door on here first of all, and we'll put it on the outside here so they can come in through this way basically. I think at some point we're going to have a corridor down here, possibly, maybe it'll be indoors, maybe it'll be outdoors, we'll have to see. There's this corridor as well. I don't want to put the staff room just here. What was that noise? I don't want to put the staff room just here because I want to get some more officers in. Obviously we're going to need an officer for, I don't know, psychologists and things like that, don't we? We need a warden, not warden's office, oh, I can't remember, construction leader's office? What is it, a foreman's office, isn't it? That's right. So, yeah, something that's happened since the last time I played this game is version 2.0. And if you notice, something big that's changed is the mouse zooming. It now zooms to where your mouse is rather than the centre of the screen, which is awesome. It's one very small change which makes the game much more playable. So when this is now finished, good, cool. Let's put a staff room in here. Where's the staff room? Can never find these things. I should use the search box more. I notice a lot of people seem to forget that there's a search box there. I do remember, but I kind of forget to use it. So let's get some lights in here anyway. 2 lights. We don't want it being too bright. We don't want the staff being too positive and getting too much brightness, do we? And what else do we need? We need a wide sofa and a drinks machine. So there's the wide sofas. For now we're just going to put one down. And a drinks machine, which is right next to the wide sofas of course. And we'll just put this down in the corner. That'll do for now. We'll when we've got some more money we'll kit the staff room out with a bit more stuff and utilities. So something I did while the game was running on its own, put the utilities menu there. Something I did while the game was running just before I started recording was I let them finish building these pipes and cables, and I realised we hadn't connected up the water pump. So I put a pipe in there, got electricity to all these lights, that's good. So let's get just a cable down there, that'll ought to do it. We'll prioritise, oh, that is not what I wanted to do. We'll prioritise, no, it's not going to work? No, okay, never mind. I was going to try and prioritise them, so you got them done quicker, but apparently not. Alright, no canteens, of course. I looked at that last time, just before we quit. So that will be the Staff Wellbeing Initiative. That'll be another 10k. So now we can start looking at these cells. So, if we get the concrete walls in, what we want to do is get one on each side, because then we can just use the clone tool and plonk them all down. And as we laboriously spent time doing last episode, we know they're going to fit. Like I said, probably could have done that better, but it's fine. It's done now. So we want to get gel doors on these suckers. And where are the beds? There are the beds. Let's get some beds in. We'll put them sideways. You know, we could bunk bed these, but for now, let's just do beds. You know, if we need to get the capacity up quickly, we can bunk bed them. But if we're going to convert them to single cells anyway, in fact, I think dormitories actually need more space. They do, yeah. I know there's enough room there for a dormitory, so we could bunk bed them. But I like the single cells more. You know, it's easier to control the prisoners when they can't trade in their cells and they can't work on escaping together. Let's get some cells in then. So, cell and a cell. And I guess we've just got to wait for the work, man. Let's get the game on a bit faster. There's no point in having it on slow speed, is there? So the beds are coming in. Yeah, so once these are done, we can of course use the clone tool, which is pretty cool. And you right click to clone, and then you left click to put them down, and the workmen put them all down. And there's an interesting bug with that. If you pause the game and then do the clone tool, it doesn't take the cash off. And what ends up happening is you can queue more jobs up than you have the cash for, and when the money comes in, they automatically purchase the materials. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but it's kind of useful sometimes. So, right, so we got our cells. What are they complaining about? No canteens. Of course they're still complaining about no canteens. Now we need to go utilities, get the small pipes on the go. We want to run those up there, those down there, and of course bring them all the way down. We're just going to do them to the end, because I find it's much easier, especially if we do the single cell changes. We're going to need pipes in these end cells anyway, so maybe we'll just put a large pipe in there, just for good measure. Now, those are in. This is annoying. When you put doors down, if you put walls, it doesn't get rid of the planning for them. I understand it's because I need to put objects down, and then when you replace them with objects, it wipes it out. But I just find it a little bit annoying that if I put something there, I want the planning to disappear, regardless of whether it's a wall or if it's a door or whatever I put down. Maybe a little quibble, but you know, things like that, I'd find they help, just improve playability of certain games. So anyway, now let's get clone tool on the go. Right, and we can put this one here. Now you see it's going to cost £1,000 for each cell, so we should have enough. I don't think we need to use the old pause trick. I mean, let's see if it works now. Yeah, there you go, you see, we can put it down, doesn't cost us anything. Unpause, all the money comes away. So, I don't know, maybe it's broken. Maybe I should report it. Maybe I enjoy it too much. That's just it. So, there we go. Now, one thing we haven't thought about, lights. Let's get some lights in. Where should we think? Who are going to be the lucky prisoners who get the lights? Let's put one there. Maybe we'll just, you know, snake them back and forth across here. I think that looks nice. And we can get, oh, look at that, perfect. We can get one above the door as well. I like it, that looks good to me. And now, what else do we need to do? And that's pretty much it, isn't it? We can just wait now. Wait and see what happens. So we need, next we're going to need a canteen. Now, thinking about how we want to lay out this prison, we talked about having a ring of buildings around the outside of the cells. So I think we're going to start by putting the canteen at the bottom, because that's the place that we've got the least amount of space left to play with. If we're going to put we need a security room and we need an armory. We probably want to have a corridor maybe down here so that it's buffered away from the prison cells, and we'll leave the same gap just in case we decide to put it interior later. Maybe enough space for another cell. I honestly can't remember how much space it was. 12 plus 1, 2, 3 would be 12 to there. 1, 2, 3, so that would be where our canteen would start, I'd say. Now we want to leave some space around the edges as well, because it's good to get some sniper towers in, like maybe a fence, or I can't remember what they're called now, the foundation walls or something like that, and a bit of space for some guards and dog patrols. So let's go for a nice 15 by, we'll go 15 by 15 for now. It's £5,000, that's a lot of money, isn't it? Maybe, well, I guess we can go and look at the grants actually. Let's have a little look at the grants. We finished our staff wellbeing grant, didn't we? We did. What's next? Short-term investment? Wait for funds? No, we don't have enough money to do that. Okay, it's going to have to be inmate wealth and hell-being. Which I guess means we need to give the prisoners lots of money and then send them to hell? I don't know. Can we like debaptize the ones that have been baptized? And I don't know. I don't really know about religion anyway, so it doesn't matter. I should stop moving this camera around so much. Anyway, let's get some foundations down for a kitchen. So the kitchen doesn't need to be as big. I think we can get away with probably that. I think that's good. It's probably a good size, right? Yeah, I'll be fine. It's a big ass kitchen. Big ass kitchen. Now we want to get a jail door. Jail door in here. We'll bring them in there and maybe here as well. I think that's a good idea. We'll get some concrete walls on the go. Oh, we can't do that yet. Okay, fine. Fair enough. Can't blame you for that one. What we will do though is put a normal door right at the top maybe? No, it's not going to let us because we need to put the building frame down first. So where, oh of course our workers are doing this. You see, if the cash flow wasn't so low maybe we could have upped the number of workers we've got, but what the hell is this? Honestly, I don't even understand. It's something to do with the blueprint tool I guess, but god. Right, it was going to let me prioritise them apparently, so never mind. I don't know what was going on before. Let's have a look. How are these guys getting on? They're doing alright. So, as I said, I have my friend here to stay. It's a good friend of mine. He was the ex-boyfriend of my partner's twin sister, which is a bit convoluted. But they're not together anymore, obviously. Otherwise they wouldn't be exes. But yeah, me and him, we're good friends. We stay in touch. We play a lot of games together. I'd spent a couple of my birthdays with him just doing things like Diablo Lanning, you know, all those kinds of cool, really popular, cool kid stuff. You know, games to girls and things. Luckily, we don't care about that. We're both happily in relationships, which is good. He's got a long distance relationship actually with a girl in Australia. He met when he was travelling. Kind of cool, I guess. Probably not that interesting for you guys, but figured I'd tell you anyway. He was actually meant to go back on Thursday though, but yeah, he quit his job last week, just kind of on a whim. Had some money stored, decided he's going to spend some time relaxing, you know, probably do some more YouTube bits and pieces, get some videos recorded, which would be good, and just generally sleep, I guess, which I'm kind of jealous of. But and if he saved up enough money, then you know what? I say good for him. So these guys are putting up this last bit of wall then. Now, what can we do next? I guess we're going to need a shower room. We don't want any stinky prisoners. We got all ourselves. So once they've got a canteen, they'll be happy. But maybe for now, we can turn on prisoner intake. So I think we're going to start by just taking some medium security guys. There's the 12 of them available. Hopefully there'll be some more afterwards. Let's do fill to capacity. And that's going to net us a nice 6 grand, which is good. We can continue to make some improvements in the prison with that 6 grand. These guys have finished. Let's get our canteen down. There's a canteen. Look, it's a pretty big canteen to be fair, but if we're going to do the SIP's patented super canteens, we're going to need a lot of space to get some chairs and some workbenches and some workout benches is what I mean. And then now we're going to get a kitchen in here. How much we got? We got 10 grand. We can build a good canteen and kitchen with 10 grand. Of course, we want to do the shower room as well, so maybe we'll have to hold on to some of it. But for now, we're going to put a couple of cookers, so we can get a couple of chefs in here. And we're going to get a sink. We'll put a sink along the walls, I think. Those would be quite nice here. They're not going to fit, but never mind. That will do. We need some fridges. So maybe if we're going to put cooks, if we're going to put cookers there, we can get some cookers in there. So maybe we can put a couple of fridges down, you know, either end. How will we do here? We'll one there, one there, one there. Too close. Alright, well let's just go for that. And then we're going to need to bring the utilities in here. So let's think about this one. We're going to bring it down here, I think, because it will make it easier when we want to split the power grids here. At some point we're probably going to be draining more power than we can produce from one generator, so what we'll do is we'll put a second generator down, split the line, and then this generator can take over for everything connected off the bottom. We just got to make sure that we don't overload the top as well. Like when we bring the power up here, we may have to bring it off the bottom one and up rather than off of this one, because we may get some more cells in here. There's going to be some more buildings up here, you know, there's a lot of space. Maybe we should have started more central, but I like the fact that it's easier for us to put these buildings at the bottom, know how much space we're going to need to close off, all of that stuff. So, looks like we are waiting for the materials to turn up to install these cables. We've got some cookers and fridges and all sorts coming in, which is nice. Be able to get some Michelin quality chefs in here, get these guys some good food. Let's get a water pipe down as well. Luckily we only need one of these, unless the prison gets too big, in which case we may have to put one on the other side as well. So let's run it alongside the electric cable like we did before. Of course, before we did it below, this time we've done it above. I like to mix it up sometimes. It's good to be different, good to be different. Now, what's the canteen need? We need a serving table, some tables and benches. I mean, I guess these guys need somewhere to eat, and somewhere for the food to go, and somewhere to sleep, possibly, maybe. If we put one there. Oh, that's not. I guess we can have a gap in the middle. That's not too bad. We'll just do 2 for now. I don't think we need more than 2 for now. We're not going to have a huge number of prisoners yet. So there we go. 2 of those, and we need a serving table, of course. Serving tables can go down this side next to the kitchen. I think is appropriate. Make it nice and easy for the chefs. What are these guards doing in here? They're all just hanging around in the canteen. I mean, I haven't told them to do anything, but surely they could spread themselves out a little bit more, maybe? Would be nice. Oh, it doesn't matter, does it? Utilities. We don't need a boiler. We will need a boiler at some point, perhaps, but I guess these aren't hooked in because the main pipe's not hooked up yet. Do you hear that guy whistling? Oh my gosh. I don't even want to know what he's doing in there. Some seriously strange noises coming out. Okay. So we've got our cell set up. Still waiting for a canteen. Last thing we'll do today, I think, is get a shower room. So this is going to be a weird shaped shower room. Now, yeah, okay. That's. I think the best thing to do is to have a corridor for it. But we're going to have a shower room which is at least 5 blocks wide. Well, we're running low on money here. We're going to have to wait for the trees to be cut down. It's going to take forever. But then what we're going to do is we're going to put a corridor up here. And then this bit's going to be our shower room. We can probably put 2 walls down the inside like that. And then put showers all the way around the outside. And what we'll also do is get a guard to patrol pretty much exclusively in this bit of corridor and the shower room, because that helps any fights from breaking out, basically. Although, I mean, it's going to be fun to watch the fights. Like I said, in my last prison, it was too simple. Things weren't. There was no joy there. You know, I couldn't watch them killing each other. I couldn't set up death battle arenas or anything. You know, they were all just happy living with each other. All the snitches were in protective custody. You know, I think this time we're going to play it dangerously. We're going to put the snitches into protective when we notice them, but I'm going to be less attentive than I normally am with the intake of prisoners, I expect. So, speaking of which, 2 hours to go. We're going at a fast speed. I don't think we're going to have this shower done by the time they turn up. And it looks like the electric cables still aren't done. What's going on there? Have we lost a cable? Ah, they need an actual cable. Well, that's a bit of a pain, isn't it? At least we can cross it like that. Nice and neat. Although there's 3 on this side. Oh no, 3 on this side. Yeah, nice. Beautifully neat. There we go. So let's come out here. We're going to need an entrance for this place. We're going to put a large jail door down. Just there. And once that's installed, we will get some more concrete walls. Come on. There we go. It's all done. We're going to put a concrete wall across there. let's... Oh, no, let's cancel... Ah, of course, we can't do that. What on earth is going on with this door? Jeez, that's loud. Let's zoom out. Let's get some more gel doors in. You know what? I think I might just lock this open for now. Lock open. Okay. And last thing to do then, let's put... Where is it? Ooh, shower. There it is. I'm blind. Shower room in here. And some lights, just to get it lit up. And then next time we come in, we're going to set up this shower room. Let's get some lights in the canteen as well. And we're going to check out our new prisoner intakes. Who, yeah, they've just arrived. And he's been released? What's going on here? Okay. I don't know why she's been released so quickly, but she's been released straight away. Interesting. I thought she was making a run for it, but it turns out no. So who else have we got? Savannah Novell. Here we go. Lisa Dimmock. Yeah, we'll have a look at these guys next time. So cool. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Looking forward to the next time we can play this. And I will see you guys soon.